Hi there, this is Michelle Michael of www.spreadsheetyogi.com, and I'm here today to talk about some tricks that you can use that'll work in pretty much every program you work on the computer. And we're going to start by looking in Microsoft Excel, and then I'll show you it in some other programs. So I've written some text here in Microsoft Excel, labor cost analysis. And what I want to show you is the shortcuts for bolding text, italicizing it, and underlining it. And there's three little icons that show up in almost every program, and you'll see them up here in Excel. That's B for bold, I for italicize, and U for underline. When you mouse over those, it tells you exactly what they're going to do if you don't have a sense of what they're going to do already. And it also tells you what the shortcut, the keyboard shortcut is for that. So for example, for underline, it's Control plus U. For italics, it's Control plus I. So it's pretty intuitive, and for bold, you might imagine it's Control plus B. And we'll look at that in a minute, but let's look at just using these icons first. So I've highlighted labor cost analysis. Let me just stretch this out so it's a little more obvious that the whole text is highlighted. And if you want to bold it, just press the bold button. And then if you're like, oops, I don't really want to do that, you just press the bold button again and it'll unapply the bolding. So you can use the button to apply and unapply. Italics works the same way, and underline works the same way. And you can apply any combination of these if you want to, really go all out on your formatting. So those are three icons that show up in almost every program. And let's look, we're going to flip over and look at Microsoft Word just to see that the same thing is in Word. So I typed in the words labor cost analysis, so we have the same example. I'm highlighting it now so that we're telling the computer what we want to format. And then you'll notice there are the shortcut buttons, bold, italics, and underline. Again, you can do any combination of these, and when you press the button the second time, it either applies or unapplies, just kind of toggles it back and forth. Cool. So those buttons appear in pretty much every program you'll use on the computer. They appear in like web authoring tools, they appear in design products like Adobe Photoshop. They appear in email programs usually, like 99% of the time. And yeah, pretty much everywhere. Now, occasionally, for some reason, the buttons are hidden. I mean, they're usually there, but sometimes they may be hidden from view. So here's what you can do if you can't find, or you don't see them, or you can't find the buttons. You can use the shortcut keys. So let's look at that. So I'm going to highlight my text, and all I'm going to do is press Control, and I think I'm going to bold this, so I'm going to do Control B, B as in boy, and it bolds the text. And then if I'm like, oops, I really didn't mean to do that, it's the same shortcut. Control B will unapply the bolding. So it's Control B for boy, B as in boy for bolding, Control U for underline, and Control I for italics. And then also the same controls to unapply. So that's really cool. You don't even have to look for the buttons in your programs. You can just, off the top of your head, be like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna, use the keyboard, Control B, done. Apply and unapply. So you know the buttons now, you know the keyboard shortcuts. I'm going to show you one last trick, and this makes you like a super fast user if you want to embrace this. Excuse me. So let's say I'm just going to go down here a little bit, and I'm going to type a sentence, and let's say I'm writing an email or a letter, and I want to say I really love this music, and I'm going to bold the word really, but I'm going to do it all while I'm typing, just in one swift motion rather than stopping to go back and bold. So I'm going to type I and I'm going to do, I really love this music. So I'm going to do Control B, so now it's in bold mode, and as I type really it's bold. And now the rest of it I don't want bolded, so I'm just going to press Control B again, and then the rest is not bolded. I really like this music. So I'm going to illustrate really quickly, typing it out without talking, how quickly you can do this all on the keyboard without ever having to go to the mouse to highlight and apply formatting. So just doing it all straight from the keyboard. I really like this music. See how fast that is? So if you really like keyboard shortcuts, you can incorporate them quickly as you're typing. So I hope this tip has been helpful, and if you would like to hear more tips, please visit my website at www.spreadsheetyogi.com.